A few days ago, Cursor launched Composer 2 and positioned it as a frontier model better than Opus 4.6 with much lower pricing and with stronger coding performance. However, people started claiming that it was actually built on top of Moonshot's Kimi K2.5, and Moonshot publicly confirmed that later on. To be honest, there's nothing inherently scandalous about building on top of an open model, because many companies do that, and pre-training model is super expensive. So post-training on open source model is kind of rational move. The real problem here is Cursor launch post never named Kimi K2.5, even though Moonshot AI confirmed that. It basically is a strategic omission and trying to say, hey, we have trained our own model better than Opus 4.6 and much cheaper. By the way, Composer 2 is actually expensive than Kimi K2.5. And to me, this actually confirmed what I said in my previous video, because it has already been losing its most due to the rapid environment changes. We are now in the agentic coding era, and frontier model providers are moving into products like Cloud Code and Codex. At the same time, there are tons of new competitors like SAT and AMP Code. They are both doing great, and JetBrains has launched their JetBrains AS app. And even Theo, who is a popular content creator and also an investor of Cursor, has launched his own AI IDE. Cursor team definitely knew about it. That's why Cursor wants a much stronger narrative like, hey, we are not a rapper, we are a model company too. However, it hides information to the public and especially the investor to keep feeling positive on their valuation. Cursor was valued at $29.3 billion in the November of last year, but Moonshot AI, who shipped the Kimi K2.5, was only like 18 billion once they raised the next 1 billion only. So the company only the interface and distribution is worth far more than the company that built the foundation model it relied on. Legally, Cursor is fine because Kimi K2.5 is an open model under a modified MIT license and basically fine to deploy or fine-tuning or commercialize it. However, the license also says that if a commercial product exceeds like 20 million monthly revenue, it must display the Kimi K2.5 to the user interface. Given that Cursor has disclosed they're having like 1 billion annual revenue, so they have to obey it, right? Yes, Cursor is great and simple to use, but it is not as defensible as people once thought, and the competition is no longer weak anymore. It now depends on the continued generosity of the Chinese models and their commercial terms. We all should learn from this whole episode. If you are shipping a product basically like a wrapper, you have to read being squeezed from both sides. Like the upstream is moving down into the product, meanwhile the downstream is moving up to the capability. Every temporary product advantages get competed away faster than the founder expects. Last question to all founders and developers shipping the AI products. Did you actually have a mode or just random intelligence with better UX?